All right, so today, y'all, we got a special guest, Mr. Jimmy Ball, someone I've seen on IG all the time, posting all this dope content. That's just someone I actually asked to teach me how to shoot S-Log. He didn't come through. I didn't forget. He didn't come through, but I've been paying attention to his content, and I
My
just
bad.
use it as reference points and stuff like that. So this is someone I want to introduce you guys to. This is someone I've seen make lots of content. I actually pulled up to one of his screenplays, and he made this dope short film called Court Dates. Changed my whole perspective from that day to this point. I'm gonna let him tell you more about that. And Cody, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about you first.
All right. Well, my name is Cody. I've been doing film now for a little over 4 years. I've always been into tech, doing tech reviews online. Teamed up with JB a couple months ago, but we actually worked together for a few years now and realized that we had a lot of the same interests in common, and we just got to work. And that's that. So we got together now. We started trying to teach people about film and helping them realize they ain't gotta go spend thousands of dollars to go to film school to learn this.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Jim Ball, do you disagree with that?
Oh, absolutely, man. I didn't go to film school, and I don't believe you need to go to film school. To each his own, but it ain't my cup of tea.
All right, so take us back to the day one, because I didn't meet you at that point. Tell us where it started and what was the first thing that just sparked you.
So day one for me was I was actually a rapper, man. I started off doing music, and I kind of decided to do video and graphic design and making beats and playing piano, and everything was a subsidiary of me like being a rapper and doing music, and it was all just to kind of feed that music career. But I would say maybe 23 years old. Once I had a kid and my life was a little bit more developed, that's when a video just kind of took center stage. I think I had made like $250 in one weekend off of shooting a music video. And it was just like, yo, wait a minute, like this is some lucrative ish right here. I can really make some bread off of this. So and I mind you, at this time I'm working at Best Buy, Little Caesars, those type of situations to essentially where we are now from that one little inkling. And I mean, I didn't have the money. I went and took out a loan from the bank and everything, and just kind of went off and started. To be honest.
And when you say started, what was started? Like what was the first camera? What was started?
Oh man, first camera, Canon T3i is
Mm-hmm.
starting for me, and all I had was a 28 millimeter 1.8, and I had a 50 millimeter 1.4. And I had a MacBook Pro, man, an old MacBook Pro 2012. But now, loan wise, I mean, the bank gave me about like 4 racks. I had perfect credit. You know what I'm saying? They gave me about 4 or 5 racks. So I went and got exactly what I thought I needed or thought I wanted. At the time, the 5D Mark III was the flagship, big boy camera at that time. But I wasn't ready for all of that. So T3i was where I started at and just kind of progressed over time.
Okay, so what was you doing to progress? Just getting your reps in out here in the natural world, just getting that experience. Did you watch YouTube video? Did you buy a course? Give us the sauce,
Absolutely.
man. Give us the sauce.
No, I'm trying to let you, I'm trying to let you ask me questions, man, so I'll just take over. So, no, I didn't buy any courses. I think I didn't buy a course until I was a little, maybe about 5, 6, 7, 8 years into my journey. And even
Mm,
then, it was always just like a little $25, $40 course. Like, I never really actually invested into a real course, to be honest. I think that was a missed opportunity for me. What I did was invest all my time in a YouTube university, man. I was a devout YouTube university follower, and I was one of those people who definitely wholeheartedly believed in getting as many reps as I possibly could. I went from shooting a little bit to like overly shooting, like shooting all the time, like as much as I possibly could. Whether that was photos, videos, just anything that I could do to just get out in the field, I was. But it was also something that I feel like I was called to do, man. Like it was so effortless for me to get clients and for people to want to work with me
yeah.
because I was a music artist, and then after being a music artist, transitioning into being a shooter. All the
Yeah.
music artists was like, "Hey, come shoot my stuff." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like I had a select few leads and clients that's already baked in and just waiting for me.
Yeah. Okay. So we do have someone on this call, Mr. Cody. He actually
Hmm.
did go to film school. And after his results of going to film school, he came to conclusion. And
Yeah.
we got Mr. Jimmy Ball and we got Cody. So Cody, I'm gonna let you get your side off and tell your experience about going to film school And then Jimbo, I want you to go a little bit more deeper when it comes to that real life experimental learning. So
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
You go first.
All right, so yeah, I went to film school it's been about 2.5 years ago now. I went to Full Sail. I graduated this year in July, and
Okay.
you know, they've been calling me and giving me some opportunities, but it's like none of them has followed up. I'm just waiting on their side, and they're looking for more people that work with, like, you know, reds that do more of the high end stuff, like focus pull and all that kind of stuff. And as fun as that stuff is, I really haven't done a lot of that, and that ain't really, to be honest, that ain't what school taught me. That ain't what Full Sail really got me ready for. So it's like, if you're sending me job opportunities for stuff you never even prepared me for, what's the point of me going? So you know, I learned a whole bunch 2 years leading up into school, and like probably more than I ever would have in school and did. So I realized that school was what I wanted it to be. I got the equipment. They sent me a FX6, you know, all the lights, the MacBook Pro, all that. So yeah, that's what I used it for.
Yeah.
Then traded the FX6 for the FX3, what I really wanted. So, you know, yeah. But yeah, I mean, film school, I tell everybody, take it for what it is. Go for what you want. Don't think it's going to be the end all be all and they're going to give you the job you want. You know, it's just not going to happen.
Before you pass it, tell them how much you paid to go to the film school.
Oh yeah, just a cool little 75,000.
Okay, cool.
You know.
Ouch! Oh my god!
Let's pass the mic.
Oh my god! That FX6 don't cost 75,000, G. You could have got something crazy. Yo, you could have had a fucking Alexa Mini in this joint, like whoa!
I'm about to dribble down the court. I gotta pass the ball. All right, so Mr. Jimbo, tell us how much you paid to learn, and then tell me some more of your experiments that you came across.
I paid in years, and I paid in 2 years, and I paid in hard times. I would say it wasn't 75,000. I'm gonna just keep it all the way real. It definitely wasn't no 75,000. But I would say to get good at my craft was a good 4-year journey. I think from the inception of it, I wasn't exactly the most serious, and I think that's one thing maybe we can give school a little bit of its credit for, is that it's a guided method. YouTube is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You learn a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. And school, maybe they got a little bit of a system, but unfortunately they still failed my mans over here. And they didn't teach him everything that they needed to teach him, because especially if you send them jobs that he can't even do. Speaking of red, man, where my red at? Let's see what the red. Yeah, let's see what the red in the camera, man. Yeah. All right. So while we talking, so yeah, man, like it took me about a good 4 or 5 years to ever really get good at my craft. But I do think that was partially my fault. I think that's something that you can get good at relatively fast if you're serious and you dedicated, and you do know kind of the steps to take. If you know that you need to focus on, you know, camera settings at the beginning, if you know you need to dive deep into lighting, if you know you need to prioritize good audio, like you could really skyrocket past, you know, what from my understanding that they teach you at film school. But like I said, it's different strokes for different folks. And I believe, you know what I'm saying, talking to the red, I do believe that it's like certain strokes for different folks, bro. Like, if you do want to go the route of being somebody on a particular film set, then maybe you might want to do that. You know, if you want those kind of connections, if you want to get called for those opportunities, you want that on your resume, you need that piece of paper to make you feel validated, then do that. But I just always felt like I could forge my own path and build my own way. Like, I never really felt like I needed nobody else to really kind of point me in the right direction. I was making money from the moment I picked up a camera. So it was inherent for me to just be like, okay, I'm gonna just do this without the film school.
Okay.
Hopefully that answered what you was asking, man. You gotta ask me some questions.
I just want people to see the two different sides of the world. Yeah. I'm a course purchaser. You know what I'm saying?
All three different sides, then, man. I'm self-taught, proudly self-taught. When just grinded it out the mud, sucked for a while, got a little bit better, and then was like, oh, okay, now I'm actually kind of good.
Yep. And if I was to just throw in a little bit, I'm the person that started on the iPhone, bought a camera, and I just like to learn fast. So whoever give me the answers quick, I'm going. So full-time filmmaker, them my guys, man. Them my guys.
I do want to offer my sincerest apologies. I do be trying to help everybody that reach out. I don't charge for my information, and I never have. But I just be trying to help and look out for everybody that reach out. But it's
Yeah,
not always that easy. It's definitely not always that easy, and I feel like I would be better off just doing like a course or something
yeah,
because it's so hard to help everybody that reaches out. And I'm
yeah.
just adjusting my audio, y'all. My apologies.
No, you good. You good. We could talk more about that course thing. You know, we can talk more about that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But to keep the conversation moving forward. All right. So we heard your experience. So tell us a little bit about the now. You know, tell us about more about client generating when it comes to shoots. Like, what are some of the things that? What's your process? Do you have a checklist? Do you have a team? Like, tell us more about Purple Threads.
So as of right now, yes, we do have a team. We got a team of about 2 different editors. We got a plethora of different shooters that we call and use at any given time. We got grips, we got gaffers, we got ACs. Um, we also have a dedicated project manager, Yvonne, who I definitely want to shout out. She is my man, ace in the hole, man. She definitely keeps everything organized and above board. And yeah, it's a whole organization now. It's definitely not just me jumping out with a camera by myself anymore. And that's actually something that's still a little hard for me to get used to myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So you said,
client.
Client.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Cody. Go ahead, Cody.
I was just gonna say you had said earlier that you realized when you did your first music video that $250, you're like, oh, this is lucrative. So after that, I guess what was like the first one you were like, okay, I could really, really do this. Like they paid you good.
Man, y'all remember the GH4?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So the GH4 had just realistically came out. 4K was this really, really big deal. And my crazy marketing brain at the time was like, oh, y'all want 4K? Shoot, if you want a 4K video, it's gonna be 1,500.
Yeah.
Man, I told 2 of them drinks and was like, oh, it's on. It's on. Like, I don't know why that unlocked such a cheat code to me in my head, just realizing like there was no limit to what I could really build. Like there was no limit to what I could charge, there was no limit to what I could create. Like and just really having that mindset, like, yo, this can be a business. This is how you get to your $1 million. This is how you get to that real money, like
Yeah.
that you've been dreaming about and that you've been praying for and looking for. So for me, it was like that was one of the unlocks. And I mean, I went from 250 to 500 to 1,000 to 1,500 to 2,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 to 15,000 to 20,000 to what I'm saying. It just kept going, and that's what was just like.
Yeah.
Hopefully that answered. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I keep.
No,
That was a moment
good,
of silence. That was a good job.
yeah,
Man.
right.
Good job. Good job. Okay. So if someone was to come to you right now and wanted to learn, what would be the first thing you'll tell them? I'm talking, don't even have a camera yet. Like, what is the checklist from their starting point to at least their intermediate point?
So y'all gonna hate me. Y'all gonna hate me. I know y'all gonna hate me. My first question has so seldom to do with the camera. I hate cameras at this point. Like, my first question to you: are you trying to be a freelancer, entrepreneur, or are you trying to be a business owner?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of us get caught up in the doing without knowing that you don't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot to be said about people who run production companies, marketing companies, and all they do is hire creatives.
Yeah, you're right.
So you could definitely run a video business and never touch the camera.
Yeah.
You don't have to learn how to light. You don't have to learn how to edit. You don't have to learn how to do none of that stuff. I think it makes way more sense if you do. Don't get me wrong. It makes way more sense if you do. But if you have a business mind and know how to handle the business side of things, you could actually start a whole production company, a whole content agency where you're hiring people like JB, you're hiring people like Jimmy, you're hiring people like my boy Cody here to go do the work, bring it back to your agency. You hand it off to the editor who's also been studying editing for the last 5-10 years. They handle the edit for you. You deliver it back to your client and you charge a premium. Yeah. So it's essentially about the strategy ahead of time. And I think another pivotal transition in my career was going from a videographer to more of a video marketer or a strategist, somebody who thought of the broader picture, and also just going from a videographer to being an entrepreneur, a real you know, I'm more interested in the business side of things nowadays than I am in the creative because that's what's going to make all the difference if this is something you want as a career.
Yeah.
Like, and again, it goes back to that first question. Like I said, like you have to decide whether or not this is just you freelancing, this is just something you want to do because you're passionate about it, or is this something that you want to build into a business that lasts for years to come, whether or not you jump up to go shoot or not.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
Get
Agree.
specific, man. Go ahead, man. Any question you got, I got it. I'm
All
ready.
right. All right. When you say a marketing strategist,
Absolutely.
go a little bit deeper. Tell them what that is and what's that like.
So to paint the picture, you see most videographers, we show up and we get told what to do. We're glorified order takers, right?
Okay.
What you want to do is make the transition to go from an order taker to somebody who actually is prescribing the solution to the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you are dealing with somebody who's like, for example, I work with a lot of lawyers and they're like, yo, I need to get more cases. I want to get more cases in the door. And then they say, because I want to get more cases, I just want to do a video or commercial that we put on TV where I just stand in front of a car that's destroyed and say, if you want better representation, call us.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. And I could just sit there as a videographer and press the button and hit record and do what you're asking me to do because I'm an order taker and it not work. Or I can prescribe the solution that's actually going to get you the desired result that you're looking for. So the difference between a videographer and a strategist for me is a strategist is actually considering the goal in mind. They actually have the goal that you have as your top priority, as their top priority. So instead of just allowing you to lead the ship, they come in with some creative direction. They come in with some marketing strategy. They come in with some points and some ideas to actually help you achieve the goal. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Make perfect sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But go ahead, man. I'm telling you to be specific as you can because I think you think I'm gonna run out, and I'm not gonna run out.
I'm not gonna run out. You keep shooting.
I got one for you. Okay, so this has to do with community. What's your best way of fostering and building a community around this industry? Like getting people to, I guess, be followers that you can lead.
The best way to be a follower, the best way to build followers, I guess, is to be a follower of your own. Like I don't look at JB as somebody who follows me. I look at JB as somebody that I follow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rooting for him. I'm cheering him on. He get a win. I'm in his comments. I'm in his DM. You know what I'm saying? I'm fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm supportive. And I think a lot of us kind of just get so caught up in our own thing and what we're doing that we forget to support each other. You know what I'm saying? If you want people to follow you and you want them to tap into what you got going on, you got to tap into what they got going on. Like a lot of people forget that social media is social. Like it's not transactional, it's social. Yeah. It's not transactional media, it's social media. So if you're not getting on there and you're not like actually interacting with nobody and you lame as hell, like of course nobody wants to rock with you. Like you have to become that social person. You have to open yourself up. You gotta put yourself out there. And now, granted, I'm busy, and I'm newly busy though, because I didn't realize how busy I was until it kind of just smacked me in the face. But even being busy, if you're sitting on the toilet and you grabbing your phone, you know what I'm saying? You scrolling anyway, man. Just give your brother some love, man. You know, like their picture. You know what I'm saying? Give them a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Share their stuff if it's dope. Now, I'm a little light on the sharing. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little light on the sharing. But I would definitely comment under your stuff. I definitely swipe up and give you a fire emoji. Yeah, and I mean, this is ad space at this point, man. My story is making me money. Like,
exactly.
And not to take the impersonal side out of the social side of it, but like you're saying that even when you look at social media marketing, it goes beyond what they're posting for you. It's more also you need somebody who's active on other accounts, who's commenting on other people's accounts, and like, okay, I see what you're saying.
Absolutely. If you are just a robot who's posting, at some levels it probably will work if you're famous, if you're already popping, if you're already on that level. I don't think Gary Vee is hopping in your comments or my comments and showing us love right now. Yeah. But it probably is somebody who he's showing love to. He is getting on social media and scrolling and probably clicking on Elon Musk stuff and being like, hey, bro, let me know when you're going to send me that next Tesla. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like everybody has their own social community. But ultimately, if you go on social media only to, let's say, quote unquote, sell or promote your product or talk about your stuff, it just gets very one-sided and it don't feel the same. Like How would it look if JB was only saying like, "Yo, Jimmy, your stuff dope, your stuff dope, your stuff dope," and I'm never showing the love back? It just seemed crazy.
Right. That makes sense.
That's a gem. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't writing them down, man, this time to get your notebooks out. He just getting hot. I can see the sweat.
Yeah. I want for y'all to give me some good ones, man. Y'all got to make me think right now. These are the easy ones.
All right. So court dates. I'm still waiting on the release day.
Man, you and me both.
Oh my god. Okay.
You and me both. So go ahead. My bad.
No, I was gonna ask you like, what was the process of shooting that? You know.
So shooting my first short film by far was one of the best challenges that I had ever took on. Like I believe any filmmaker, any videographer, any creative, you should definitely take on passion projects. It will push you in a way that you never thought it would, and it'll give you such an adrenaline rush towards your creativity. I think making that movie was me tapping back into the original maybe thoughts and feelings that I had back when I was doing music and being creative. I had kind of got caught up in being a service provider and kind of fell out of love with doing video. I was only doing it mechanically and only doing it to kind of serve my clients. But doing court date allowed me to really do it for myself and to flex my muscle in a way that I just don't normally get to flex it. Like I think most of us picked up a camera to like shoot a movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't pick up a camera to go do a commercial or do some content for somebody. We really wanted to do movies. I think the sad truth that I started to realize is that the movie industry itself is also a business. So if you don't know how to market a film, if you don't know how to get people to go watch it and support it, and you don't know how to build a community around it, it's the exact same thing. It's gonna flop.
Yeah.
The same way your business is gonna flop. So, and also just the funding and the backing needed. I think we shot Court Day for about I don't remember. We shot Court Day for $2,000. And luckily I already owned the red, and I had a whole group of friends who was willing to come support me and join in and making the project for free. Every actor free, every crew member free. But even that still was me paying for locations, me paying for food every day on set, and still like just the car mount that we had to get and the harness that we had to put the car on so it was driven safely. Like it was a logistically crazy experience for me to really be like, I want to shoot something at the same level as Friday or better. I want to shoot something at the same level as Hangover and Pineapple Express and some of my favorite, because I'm a comedy baby. Like for me, I always felt like my filmmaking passion was to make other people smile, make other people laugh, like to make them feel joy. So I just always was pushing towards that area. And once I got to court date and I was able to really do that, and just the feeling that I had at the premiere, man, like there is no greater feeling than sitting in a crowd and getting like everybody's responses and people sitting there watching it and then they cheering. Like this ain't the same as like shooting a client project, bro. Like that was game changing for me. And even now to this day, like with the amount of revenue that we done brought in, I know in the back of my mind I'm doing all of this to get to a certain threshold, and then I'm gonna transition and potentially turn myself into the next Tyler Perry.
Oh, Tyler Perry!
You heard it here first.
So passion projects.
Absolutely.
Talk about the value of that a little bit more. And when I say the value of that, like, should they be doing it every day, every week, every month? Like, what's the consistency basis someone should be doing passion projects? And of course, you talked about it brought you more clients and stuff like that. But go a little bit deeper on both ends.
So the more you suck, the more passion projects you should be doing.
Oh God.
The less you suck, the less passion projects you can do. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the passion projects will help you bridge the gap between where you want to be and where you think you are. Because most of the time we think we're better than we are, including me. Like I thought I was going into court date like, yo, I'm finna slaughter this. Okay, I'm finna demolish this project. And the reality hit me of, okay, my lighting isn't as good as I want it to be. My storytelling isn't exactly where I want it to be. My framing, my composition, my placements, my ideas, like my script writing, like it was so many areas that started to come to light, and that's what made me be like, oh, this is a team sport. Like this is something where I might need to put other people in place for me to get to the level that I want it to be. And it also, even the passion projects within themselves, they kind of massage that team sport aspect of it. Like they allow you to collaborate with different people. I can bring JB in on this project where I might not have been able to bring him in on a client project because it's my shit. I can do whatever I want. Like this is literally mine. And I think another aspect of it is like we get so caught up doing client work, and our clients always have their own ideas and their own expectations, but realistically, and I want to say this very succinctly to the camera guys, if you are getting hired to do somebody else's project, that is not your project at all. At all. Okay? So don't get emotionally attached. Don't get butthurt when it's time to do revisions. Like, suck it up, buttercake. Like, it's time to just get that shit done. It's somebody else's work. But when you do a passion project, it is yours. You can be a perfectionist. You can sit there and color grade for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You can sit there and make sure every piece of audio sounds good. You can sit there and work through the perfect sound. You can really hone your craft with a passion project in a totally different way than you'd never be able to do with a client project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, the more you suck, the more passion projects you should be doing. The better you get, you're going to do less passion projects, but it's not because you shouldn't be doing them. You're just going to put more effort into them. You don't understand what it really takes to do a good one now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I ain't even done a passion project this year, really.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It might take me another year before I do another one. But when I do, I'm gonna put $30,000 into it.
Yep.
Like I'm gonna go that crazy.
So you said the client work, which is true, that the client, when they pay you for the work, it's their work, it's not your work. So what's one of the craziest things, and it doesn't have to be about the money, but what's one of the craziest things for the littlest amount of money that you've been asked to do? Like, I need 10 reels, I need BTS, like what they ask for and how much they want to pay for it.
The craziest things I've ever been asked to do as a videographer is to shoot OnlyFans content.
Oh,
it had nothing to do with the price.
That's crazy.
It had nothing to do with the price. It's just, will you shoot some OnlyFans content for me? I think I had just recently moved to Atlanta at the time.
Of course, Atlanta.
I got berated with, will you shoot OnlyFans content? I think it had happened maybe like 3 times before it kind of just stopped. Maybe it was written on my face after that. But I just wasn't that type of stuff. Like, but yeah, that was the craziest. And then secondarily, and these weren't even really client projects. Again, this is just filmmaker journey. I got asked to do a movie, and the movie had 4 scenes in it with the R word, and I don't get down like that. Like, I'm not shooting that type of content. I don't care if it is a movie. Like, it was like Precious level. You know what I'm saying? Like, every other scene had the R word. And I'm like, his mom did him that way, and he did another person that way. And I'm not shooting that. That's not right. That's not my ministry. That's not my energy. Who finna be in here getting these scenes?
Right, yeah, because I'm not. Y'all better hire a second camera or something.
Exactly. Like, I'm totally good. Like, I don't play that kind. I believe in protecting your peace, and those 2 moments was just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not doing that at all.
Yeah, I think one of the things for me, I said no way from the get-go was I'm not doing a music video where a whole bunch of people's pointing guns at my camera. That's just not happening.
What you gotta say over there? What you gotta say?
He said I'd have been one of your clients asking to shoot the gun at the camera.
So my whole video career started with guns in front of my face.
Yeah. Like,
I actually had a homeboy, man. Shout out to Squirt, man. Squirt the Flirt. He's in South Bend right now, opening a bar. His job on set at that time was to make sure all the guns were empty. That was all his job was. But yeah, my whole beginning of my career of doing music videos, of holding the camera, was guns in my face. But it also led to my transition too. So I would say, I don't know, maybe about 7 years ago now, I was at a music video shoot, and I don't know if it's loud for y'all, but do y'all mind turning the music down a little bit?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, give me a little bit of volume. But it was probably about 7 years ago. I was shooting a music video, and at this time I was kind of praying to God and looking for that transitional element. I knew what I was doing was cool, but I wanted to elevate, maybe get into the industry and shoot music videos for, you know, name brand, I guess, name brand artists.
Right.
Um, but I'm shooting this video. So I'm on the way and I'm shooting this video, and it's a guy who I went to school with, and he's completely wasted. Like he's like totally wasted at this video shoot, and he just keeps touching me. And I'm not. I'm friendly, as you can see. We
Yeah.
having a good time on this chat, but
Uh-huh.
we also not close to each other. And I don't really like to be touched. I don't like to be. I don't like for people to be in my personal space, especially men. Like it's just not something I'm
Yeah.
interested in. So it kind of started to rub me the wrong way. And I'm telling the other people at the shoot, like, yo, get your man's. Like he a little out of pocket. Like he a little spicy right now. I need him to chill out. Like um and ultimately, you know, long story short, that ended up turning into an altercation. He had walked up and kind of flicked my chain and was like, "You think you better than everybody else, or you think you somebody special now that you out here shooting music videos." And at this time, I had already worked with Ty Dolla Sign. I had already worked with who else? Famous Dex. I had already worked with I want to say K Camp. I had worked with a lot of people. I don't know. I was already like a little further in my career, but maybe not K Camp yet, because I think I had my rib when I started working with K Camp. But anyway, so he walked up to me and kind of flicked my chain, and I put my camera down, and I'm like, "Yo, you touch me one more time, we're gonna have a real problem."
Yeah.
So we ended up getting into an altercation. We ended up fighting and kind of destroying whoever house we was at. He upped the gun on me. He upped the 45, pointed it straight in my face. Should I duck behind something? I think his gun jammed. Is that's the only reason he ain't shoot me and kill me in that moment? And I mean, mind you, this is a $500 fucking video, and I'm
Wow.
sitting
Right.
there
Right.
like, I go home and I'm in the car like full tears, calling my friend like, "I'm gonna kill this nigga!" You know what I'm saying? Going crazy because it's like I can't believe, and you know the man in you want to like take over the animal and all of that stuff, but it was just like, yo, what is your life really worth?
Yeah.
So to go to Cody's point, yeah, nobody can point a gun at me anymore. Nobody
Yeah.
can point a gun at me in the camera. But I had to learn that lesson the hard way that when you play with fire, you get burned. And from that moment, I had decided like, okay, I need to do something different, and that's when I transitioned into doing marketing videos, and working with a marketing company, and
Yeah.
just starting my own company and doing something totally different than music videos. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore because my life and my daughter's father's life is worth more than $500.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said too. I was seeing stories about people getting shot, it's too much that way, and I'm like, it ain't worth it. I don't care if you're paying me 500 or if you're paying me 15,000. I'm not dying to shoot your music video.
Absolutely, and it's nothing about it is ever worth it. I mean, even with the unloading of the guns, because there's a safe way to execute these things.
Alec Baldwin.
It's the crowd for me. Like
Yeah.
I had to adjust my crowd because I'll still shoot a video where they point a gun in my face, quote unquote, but it's a movie. This is a
Right.
movie.
It's
Like
a prop.
there was a scene, yeah, there was a scene where some dudes broke into a house, kicked the door in, they slammed the dude on the ground, and when they slammed the dude on the ground, we had the two barrels pointed at the screen like this
Right.
on some Wes Anderson shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this is creativity. This is not debauchery. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's definitely levels because I don't fault the young man for shooting hood music videos and trap music videos, but definitely be safe. And me personally, I'm not doing it.
I'm not
Nope.
doing it.
Yeah, I had to make a transition. That's why I do marketing videos now. I feel like that moment right there, because it was either like die, fight back, go kill him, whatever. I don't know. Like, bro, I'm not no gangster, I ain't no thug or anything like that. It's just like this was a real moment in my life. Like, and as a grown man, you just kind of want to fight back. You want to retaliate. You want to. It takes you to a dark place, and I was not interested in being there.
Understand.
Yep.
That's I never shot a music video in my life, but that was always my first reasoning. I don't want to be a part of that.
Hey, man. Say, man. I feel,
Save the time. I actually got a homie that actually saw someone down the music video set because they had a whole shootout. So
oh yeah, it was.
I've
I've been
heard.
I've
story?
been in several shootouts at
Oh
music
my
video
god.
shit. Several
God.
shootouts. Now they weren't shooting at us,
Yeah, of
but they
course.
were shooting
Somewhere in your area.
Yeah, yeah.
in our vicinity. Get down, get out the
Yeah,
way,
yeah, please.
get lost.
So you do marketing videos now. So what are some of the ways where you land those kind of clients? Do you have packages? Do you do consultations? Like, what's your process with getting those kind of clients?
All right, so I'm gonna break what you just asked me down into two questions. The first question is how do you do lead generation, and then the second question is how do you onboard a client after you do the lead generation. Let's just say how you we done lock them down. So I'll take lead generation all the way to close. So for me, lead generation is typically happening from either a referral or some kind of outreach that I'm doing. I currently am not running ads for our company. It is something that I've done in the past and something that I'll continue to do in the future. I think Google ads are super useful for service-based businesses. I also think Facebook ads and Instagram ads are great for disruption and for keeping you top of mind. You know what I'm saying? When people are looking to do that service, they already know you exist. They see you all the time, and you stay in their news feed, you stay in their face. But normally, what's happening for me now is like because I do lawyers and I'm in the law space, I'll have a client, ex client. We'll do some work together. They'll post the product, and as they post the product, I'm in their comments. I'm in their DM. I mean, I'm in their comments. I'm in their likes and I'm looking at everybody who's commenting, I'm looking at everybody who's liking it, and I'm going and DMing them and saying, hey, I saw that you just like that video we just did for Cody. Let me know if that's something you need. Let me know if you need any help with your content. What are you doing for your content right now? How's things going for you?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm starting that conversation, and after the conversation has started, normally it's oh, I mean it's going. That's what people love to say. It's going, or
Yeah.
I do it when I have a little bit of time, and it's like, oh well, hey, well I'd love to hop on a call with you. Let's just hop on a call. I would love to be your friend who does marketing, because ultimately I don't want to sell you anything yet. I don't even know if I like you.
Yeah.
Let me figure out if I like you. Let's figure out if you like me. So we get on a call. We have a 15-minute call. Normally, what we think is going to be 15 minutes turns into 45 minutes. The same way he told me, oh, man, we're going to get on here and do 30 minutes. We had 36 minutes. I said, man, I know what you're talking. The time is going to go out the window. So I do my clients the same way. We get on a call. I just kind of get to know them, bro. Like, and it used to be a lot more salesy when I was uncomfortable with myself. But the more comfortable I got, the more money I started to make, where it's like, I don't need your sale. I don't need you to buy anything from me. It got a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage videographers, you know what I'm saying? If you have a job, keep your job. Don't quit yet. Keep your job and start to get clients and don't need the money yet. Because the transaction will be a lot smoother when you don't need the money. Hey, what do you need? What are you looking to do? What are you looking to build? What's your struggles? What's your problems? A lot of clients are telling me, I just don't have a lot of time. Those are the best clients, the ones who don't have time. Because that means they got some money. You know what I'm saying? They got some money. They just ain't got the time. Okay, cool. Another client that's a great person to work with. I've tried X, I've tried Y, I've tried Z, and I still haven't been able to achieve the result that I'm looking for. Cool. So you tried everything except for this. Let's do this now. Let's do content. You tried everything except content. Let me get you some real content that actually grows your brand and builds your personal brand and helps you get more clients, helps you get more cases, helps you get more product sales or whatever that is for that particular client or that avatar. You know what I'm saying? So we've generated the client by, let's just say you if we starting from zero and you've never had a client ever, get your ass up, get on Instagram, figure out what niche you want to work with, and send out 100 messages until somebody responds. Do you deserve to be paid? Yes. Will you be paid? Maybe, maybe not. I agree that you should offer it for free at the beginning because you don't have nothing to prove it. Like you don't have nothing to prove for yourself. You have nothing to show that you can actually do this work. So do your first couple projects for free. Soon as that client posts that project, your job is to be all in those comments, all in those likes, hitting up everybody who liked it, everybody who commented on it. Hey, I saw what we did for Keisha. Do you want me to do something like that for you? Do you need that for your business? Would love to hop on a call with you. Get them on a call, be a genuine person. Don't try to be over salesy. And then, hey, you like what we did? I'm going to go put together something just for you. This is when you get to your offer. You said, do I do packages? Absolutely, I do packages. But I don't present it to my clients as if it's just cookie cutter, run of the mill package. I've always been of the school of a little bit more custom, a little bit more exclusive, a little bit more tailored. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of clients who have the same problem, but not every client is the same. So although I'm gonna do something for JB and I'm gonna do something for Cody, it may be just a little bit different. JB want to have a mic in his shot. Cody don't want to have a mic in his shot. He don't like the mic in his shot, but he want a purple background. JB want to make sure he got on the hoodie and his headphones. Well, Cody's like, I don't really like the idea of my headphones being on. Those little small nuances, even though they're not custom, they feel custom to the person who's buying the product.
Yeah.
They like, I don't like that. I don't want to see these girls with their tongue out behind me in the background with this black wall. I want my stuff to feel more light and airy. I want it to be all white and I want it to look clean, like commercial lighting. Cool. We're gonna do commercial. I'll go in my package and instead of putting lighting, I'll put commercial lighting. Yeah. If I have a conversation with the client and they say the word pro or elite, I'll change my package to say pro lighting, elite lighting. I'm gonna make it match what the client's expectation is. So that's kind of how my packages come about. And also it kind of flips between, do you want long form? Do you want short form? Yeah. And again, we talked earlier about whether or not you want to be a freelancer or whether or not you want to run a business. Because I run a business, I'm not so stuck on the price has to be this high because I know I want to sell you on a retainer that I can keep you for the next 2 years, next year. You know what I'm saying? This is a $40,000 contract, not a $1,000 contract.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you locked in for the long term, for the long haul. And again, that still may be 10 short form clips, 20 short form clips, 30 short form clips, 60 short form clips, or maybe 4 YouTube videos and 12 short form clips, or maybe just 4 YouTube videos and 4 thumbnails. I'm gonna customize the package in that area as well to make it make sense for you. Now, what I'm not gonna do is go completely outside of my wheelhouse. If you call me and like, well, we want to set up a StreamYard podcast and we want to do all this live shit, as we saw earlier, I don't do live. That's not what I do. I'm not gonna pretend like I do live. You have to call JB for that. That's not my area of expertise. All right, so boom, we done generated the client, we done made the package, we're gonna put it into a PDF, we're gonna get them on Zoom, we're gonna present it to them, we're gonna handle all of the questions that they may have about the package. Lastly, we're gonna get to the last slide and show them how much it costs. Once we get to that last slide showing them how much it costs, we ask for the sale. Hey, would you like to go forward? Would you like to move forward with this? Yes, cool. If you want to move forward, we normally have them sign up. I use Honeybooks. If you don't use Honeybooks, I don't know what you own. Honeybooks is perfect for what we do. So I send them through my Honeybook portal with a proposal. That's going to be a contract and an outline of the services as well as an invoice. They pay 50% up front, sometimes 70% up front, because if it's a project that requires other bodies, other people, if I got to have JB go out and do some drone shots and I got to have Cody come in and do some color grading, I need to have the money up front to make sure I can cover the cost of Cody and JB. So it might be 70-30, it might be 25. I mean, it might be 50, 25, 25. But whatever it is, it's worked out with the client ahead of time. We send the Honeybook proposal. It's all signed. The deposit is made. Now we have a client. Again, we skip fast forward. That client has now posted that piece of content. This is your first opportunity to do the best lead generation that you are ever going to fucking do. Okay? This is when you go crazy. This is when you jump on that post. You make sure you comment. It was a pleasure working with you. We had such a great time working with you. This was an amazing project. We can't wait to work with you again. Why? Because everybody going to see that you commented that. Now you want to go through every comment, every person that commented. Do you seem like somebody that might be a good fit for my services? Cool, I'm going to DM you. What does that DM look like? Hey, we saw that you liked JB's post. We loved working with JB. Let us know if you need anything. Real soft, real subtle. And now you are in my follow-up. I'm going to be hitting you up almost every other week. Hey, just checking back on you. Hey, liking stuff on your story. Oh, man, this is hilarious. Oh, this is funny. Again, it's a social platform. I'm now going to be social with you.
Yeah.
Until I turn you into a client.
Until. So is all this stuff on Zoom when you're doing the presentation? I know you said next slide. Is this all?
Yeah. Okay. The first initial phone call is a phone call. The presentation is on Zoom. A first initial phone call, we talking 15, 30 minutes. I'm just trying to pick your brain. I'm trying to see what your problem is. And once I figure out your problem, I want to label it.
Before you go further, when you say find their problem, are you asking questions? If you are, how many questions are you roughly asking? Because I know they say questions leads to sales. So how many questions are you roughly asking?
I feel like frameworks are more of an advanced skill. So right now, for the new videographer, because that's what I assume we're talking to. For the new videographer, you just need to figure out why.
Mm.
Why are they doing content? Why did they get on the call with you? Why has it not been working?
Yeah.
If you could ask those 3 questions by themselves, you could technically get the sale.
just off that.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So JB, why did you call today? You know what I'm saying? So JB, well, why do you want to do content in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, I run a video business and I actually want to get more leads for my video business, so I'm going to do some content to get people to come in the door. Oh, okay. So why hasn't that been working for you?
Mm.
Well, I really just ain't got no time. Okay, cool, JB. So what it sounds like is that you don't have enough time to do the content that you need to drive your business to the next level. Does that sound about right? Man, that's exactly what the problem is. And you told me the answer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So here's what we can do. I think if we do, 30 pieces of content a month, we meet up one time a month, it'll save you a whole lot of time because I know you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I believe that we'll be able to create all these pieces of content. We'll post them and we'll monitor your analytics to kind of make sure that the content that we're making is achieving the goals that you're looking for. And we can kind of readjust and pivot every month according to how it's working and what's not working. Does that sound good to you? All right, cool. I'll send over a proposal, invoice, email, all that good jazz.
We'll get this thing started.
And we'll get it started ASAP. And if you're smart, you got it already ready and you send it on the call and get them to sign on the call.
Boom. Because you
No
already
delay.
know.
You already know. Sometimes you don't know.
I got to get ready.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know though. If you don't know, that's fine too.
Yeah, true.
It normally takes me at least 3 calls to close something.
Yeah.
But I sell something that's more expensive. If it's cheap, you could probably close it on the first call.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I forget about all my cheap packages for some reason when it's time to call people. Like, oh, I do got that.
I do have a cheap package. No, I forgot that.
I forgot it. You know what? 30 minutes, and I didn't bring it up. My bad. But okay,
Yeah.
all right.
To
So
the end, they're not interested. Ooh, 5,000 sound like a lot. Oh, you right. 5,000 is a lot. I meant to tell you about my $2,500 package.
Yeah. We go down a little bit. We go up. We go higher. Which one you need?
Well, we go high.
Yeah, which one you need?
Yeah. You know what? 5,000 does sound like a lot, but some of my clients who are in the exact same position as you, they paid about 10,000 to get their problem solved.
Oh God, made them feel.
Right, do you want 10,000?
I feel like a balloon.
Yeah. So I got the. What I was thinking is that I could give you maybe some kind of discount, because I really want to help you. I actually connected with your story, and I feel like we really have some synergy.
Yeah.
Easy peasy, baby.
Yeah. Hey, man.
But be genuine too. Like if you don't work with people you don't like. If you didn't connect with them and you didn't get no synergy and all the stuff that I'm saying, like if you don't feel that way, it is 100% worth it to not work with that person.
Yeah.
If that's JB's client, let it be JB's client. If that's Cody's client, let that be Cody's client. We gonna have different people that we don't rock with. Like
yeah.
I remember being so thirsty for the money and being so interested in making the money that I did put myself in just awkward positions that just wasn't fucking worth it, bro. Like they weren't worth it. Like, and stand on integrity, stand on real business. You know what I'm saying? Like, really work with people that you care about and that you believe that you can help. And if you can't help them, leave them alone.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, giving out gems, man.
So we're coming to a closing. Tell us your long.
Are we? Yeah. Oh man,
we're coming to a closing.
That time already.
Tell us your long-term goal.
My long-term goals. What can we get a barometer? Like, geez.
All right. As far as a business, like, are you looking to become a full-time business owner? Do you want to pass your company? Do you want to sell your company? Do you want to branch off and start a course? Like, what is that next thing for you? Okay,
awesome. First off, I am a full-time business owner. I've been a full-time business owner for the last 6 years. My company makes multiple 6 figures a year. My goal now is to get to 7. First off, that would be goal A. Goal B is that we are branching off into courses, but I'm gonna just keep that on the hush hush. The way we doing courses is a little bit, it's a little crazy right now. Thirdly, though, I kind of mentioned that earlier. I don't plan on selling my company. I do plan on just developing it and continuing to develop it in a way to where I can provide an opportunity for other creatives to where they don't have to look for clients and they don't have to wonder, when their next meal will come, and they'll have a place that they can come work and it'll be with somebody who respects them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of us have to go work for companies who've never been through the struggles that we've been through. And you know, we have to take opportunities from people who don't get it. Like they don't understand what it takes to re-edit a video. You telling me to change the music like that's just nothing, and that's you just told me to start over.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you
You.
don't
Thank
realize
you.
you told
On
Thank
this
you.
beat.
Thank you. Man, I've been screaming that, man.
you don't realize you told me to start over.
Yeah,
We done struck a chord with Cody right there. He
yeah.
said,
His audio went out and
I'm
everything.
tired of this.
He said, he
yeah.
took the mic off and everything.
But
I'm
yeah, man,
tired. I'm
that's
asking us to
no.
change the music.
I wanna build, you know, an empire with this media company that actually has, you know, staff and employees and teams, and we can take over multiple regions. And you know what I'm saying? We started in Atlanta, but we're gonna go to Miami, and we're gonna go to LA, then we're gonna go to Houston, New York. We got clients in New York now, man. Like it's worldwide for me. So I definitely want to continue to build and expand. And like I said earlier, I'm already a full time business owner, but I think what I'm learning now is to become a leader and to become a real, you know, staple in the industry that can actually be seen and revered for the stuff that I'm doing and what I'm trying to build, man. And quality is of the utmost. And I don't want to just put out bullshit for my clients. I really want to serve them at the highest level and be known for having that track record. Companies that you guys might not know of or you might know of, but it's like the Harmon Brothers and Bad Marketing and just these powerhouses, man, in other communities that I don't feel like we have in our community. And by our community, I do mean the black community because, you know, I feel like marketing has been mostly dominated by kind of the other side of the coin. And for me, it was like, I believe that marketing should be accessible to black and brown people as well. And I want to be that bridge. That don't mean I don't want to work with the other races and the other spectrums as well, but it's just, I would love to have a place where black creators feel welcome, where all creators feel welcome, and ultimately we can all come and build. And whether you want to grow and learn how to be a business owner yourself, or whether you want to learn how to be a DP, or whether you just want to be a cinematographer, you just want to be an editor, you can come and bring your skills to this table. And we'll put you to work, man. We'll get you some food. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that I always wanted to start was something called Shooters Brunch, where you know shooters come to eat and get fed. So that I do believe that I got a lot of information that I can give back that I can teach. But I also feel like I want to be taught, man. I want to sit at JB's table, man. I want to see what he got going on and just kind of learn and soak up from him. And I don't want it to be this like weird backbitey competition-y. I'm starving, so I'm gonna steal off your plate. You're starving, so you're gonna steal off my plate type of energy. And then in addition to that, I know I had a long-winded answer, but I think that's what podcasts be about sometimes. The last thing is, like I said, man, I plan on turning myself into a Tyler Perry. You know what I'm saying? I wholeheartedly have movies on top of movies on top of movies on top of movies inside of my archive that I will put effort into. And once we reach that seven-figure mark, there will be a strong pivot for me as a CEO to say, okay, my company is now stable enough to where I'll let somebody else handle that. You know, I'll let JB run the company, and Cody would be, you know, vice president, and I can go start to work on building court dates through movie franchise, and then after court date, it may be, you know, side chick, and after side chick, it may be whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to start giving y'all my titles. Y'all might steal my idea.
I guess you look out.
So writing it down.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I gotta ask this guy. I didn't. How old are you again?
I am 32.
32. Okay. I thought you were like 27 or something.
Yeah, man. I wish.
So that time has went by.
Yeah, that
All
time's
right,
gone.
Yeah. Man, we appreciate the game you gave. If we ask you any more questions, we will have to pay for it. And my invoices are closed. But we appreciate you for joining. Appreciate you for dropping the gem that you do have. You know, big success to everyone on this call. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and keep watching the course.